Alright boys, we hit a snag. We're planning on doing our thickness planer here, our DeWalt thickness planer, as a diesel thickness planer attachment. Basically we'll hook it up to me tractor over there, and it sounded a lot easier when I first thought about it, but when I checked into it, what we got here is a motor that travels at 20,000 RPM, which is like basically giving her, right? So, where's she to? There's the motor down right there. 20,000 RPM, like seriously, is there any need? However, what we're going to have to do is not what I originally had envisioned. I had planned to put a splined shaft under the end of the pulley. Alright, let's see if we can see it up in there. There you go. That pulley up in there is just going to weld the steel shaft onto that, have it sticking out, have the power takeoff shaft from the tractor hook right onto that. Not going to work out that way, because what we've got coming out of the tractor, according to good old Google, is 2,750 RPM, which is quite a bit less than the 20,000 that she's accustomed to running at. So that's not going to be, that's not even in the ballpark. So we're not going to be able to do that way. What I thought I'd do, maybe if I took the motor apart and scrapped the armature, cut a hole in the piece of plastic here, and maybe had a pulley put on the shaft, what used to be the armature, and have it coming out through the side, we could kind of gear it up that way. Only problem is, it's so much that we'd end up probably with a drive pulley the size of that, turning one of those little tiny pulleys there, and that'd probably put you in the ballpark. I don't know if that's overly great of an idea to be running a big pulley, turning a little tiny pulley like that. I don't know. I'm going to have to put a bit more thought into it. I was thinking maybe if I had a gearbox or something. The only ones I've got are out of drills and grinders. I can't use the grinder one because it's 90 degree, and I needs the board to be able to go across the front of the tractor. So that's not going to work unless I can find some sort of a gearbox that's heavy enough, that is geared up a lot. I'm going to look through my collection, see if I can think of anything. If not, we could make a gearbox out of some snowblower gears or some stuff. I do have a bucket full of gears. We could try that. Do need the higher RPM for the blower on it there too, that blows out the chaff when it cuts it off. So definitely we're going to have to get that up quite a few RPMs. May put two shafts there with belts on them. That'd kind of make it so we don't have to have a pulley that is quite so big. But we're going to put a bit more thought into that before we go jumping the gun and doing anything like rash or anything. Anyway, we'll let you know as soon as we figures it out. Throw it out? No, bye.